Welcome to the Great Basin Smoke Dispersion Briefing for Friday, March 27th. Over the last 30 days, we've seen precipitation move across the Great Basin, especially over southern and eastern areas of the region. Some areas in the south haven't seen much precipitation earlier this year, so this is welcome precipitation, and it has pushed some of the areas over southern Nevada into parts of the Arizona Strip and southern Utah to above normal. We also have had some above normal precipitation over eastern Utah and up into Idaho. Otherwise, much drier conditions further north and west across western Idaho into the rest of Nevada. New snowfall over the last 72 hours is in the image on the left. You can see with that trough of low pressure moving through the Great Basin, we have had new snowfall over the southern half of the region and also over central and eastern Idaho into Wyoming. Most of these higher amounts that are above 4 to 6 inches are really tied to some of the highest terrain, otherwise lighter snowfall further down into the foothills. Our snow depth is in the image on the right, and again mainly confined to the higher terrain. Looking at our snowpack in the higher elevations, you can see most areas in the green are near normal across much of Idaho, Wyoming, down into Utah and northern Nevada. However, we do have a few areas over southern Utah and in the Uinta Mountains that are just above normal, and then the lowest snowpack is over the Sierra into western Nevada, which is about 50 to 60% of normal. We do not have any significant drought concerns looking at the Evaporative Demand Drought Index, and we have seen actually some very good improvements in the drought over parts of northern California that were much drier over the last couple of months. The satellite image from this morning shows the trough of low pressure now moving through central areas of the Great Basin, and this will continue moving eastward. We have some lingering showers this morning over southern Nevada and parts of southern and eastern Utah. We may see a few more showers near this trough as it moves through this afternoon, generally precipitation on the lighter side. As we move into late this afternoon, that trough will move near the Utah-Colorado border, still with some cloud cover and some showers near and just behind the trough. However, we will have some good wind flow, so fairly good dispersion across the region with the exception of central Idaho and parts of the Sierra. Looking at these winds, you can see the strongest winds are over the southern half of the Great Basin. These winds will be stronger aloft, but we will see some breezy winds in the 20 to 30 mile per hour range down near the surface as well. We will also have good mixing heights region-wide. By Saturday, the next trough of low pressure approaches the west coast, so we will push again more clouds into the area with not really much of a break, maybe some showers over the western half of the region. Still some good wind flow, especially aloft, so we will have good dispersion. However, we will see some deteriorating conditions temporarily over parts of Idaho into northern Utah and northern Nevada. Transport winds will be fairly strong over much of Nevada into Utah. However, down near the surface, we won't see those real strong winds, maybe some gusts in the 20s on Saturday. Otherwise, good moderate to high mixing heights. As we move into Sunday, this trough moves across the region, so we will see an increase in clouds and showers across the Great Basin. But again, most of these showers will be on the lighter side. We will see fairly good dispersion as this system moves through. Again, on Sunday, we will see those stronger transport winds aloft, but at the surface, again, not really expecting too strong of winds. We will see some generally moderate mixing heights. Looking at the Utah Forecast Clearing Index, we will see high clearing indices statewide on Friday today with those gustier winds. They will start to deteriorate on Saturday, especially over the western half of the state. And then on Sunday, we will see generally high mixing heights over parts of southern and western Utah. The 3-day forecast amount of precipitation takes us through early Monday morning, and you can see generally light shower activity is expected across the region, but we will have some areas in the higher terrain of central Utah and up across central Idaho and into the Sierra where precipitation will be slightly heavier. Otherwise, most areas should at least see some light shower activity. As we move into early next week, another trough is moving through the Pacific Northwest, and this will clip Idaho into northern Utah and Wyoming as we move into early next week. So another quick shot of cool temperatures and precipitation for those areas. Otherwise, good dispersion on Monday. That system exits the region by later on Tuesday, so we will see some drying conditions start late in the day on Tuesday and some gradually warming temperatures as we have this ridge of high pressure off the west coast that will move across the region. Ventilation index will remain high most of the day on Tuesday as the system exits with those breezy west to northwest winds behind the system. On Wednesday, that ridge of high pressure starts to move into the west coast, so we will see drier conditions, sunnier skies, and lighter winds, so we will see the ventilation index drastically decline, so more poor dispersion across the region on Wednesday, but temperatures will be warming above normal. We will have cooler conditions this week, below normal temperatures, and that will be replaced by above normal temperatures by next week. On Thursday, another system starts to move into the west coast, so we will see some clouds increasing. Temperature still on the warm side, but it looks like Tuesday and Wednesday might be some of our warmest days across the Great Basin, and that may linger into Thursday. We will see poor dispersion over the eastern half of the region on Thursday, and a slight increase in winds as that next system approaches in the west, so possibly some better dispersion over western Nevada. Otherwise, precipitation, this is from Monday through Wednesday morning. We will see drier conditions, so no precipitation expected during that time over much of Nevada and Utah. We will see some showers as that cold front clips to the north, so generally across Idaho, far northern Utah, and then western Wyoming, we'll see some shower activity early next week. Looking at the 8 to 14 day outlook, taking us from April 3rd to April 9th, we are looking at a warmer pattern starting to move into the west as we approach early to mid-April, and we will still see some wetter conditions over southern areas of the Great Basin with some drier conditions up north. That concludes our webcast for today. Check back on Monday for the latest updates.